What's up, crypto fiends? Average crypto investor, aka burning AVAX like nobody's business, here to talk about the recent increase in Thor's gas fees. It's been over 2 weeks now since Thor dropped its V2 contract, and the one thing that everyone has been noticing is an increase in gas costs for every type of transaction. Well, why is this happening, and why is this actually a good thing for long-term investors? What are some tips and tricks to pay less gas for your transaction? We will get to all of that shortly. As always, nothing said in this video is financial advice, and you should always do your own research before investing into any project. Before we get into Thor specifically, let's take a look at how gas is calculated on the Avalanche network. According to Avalanche's documentation, they follow the same model as Ethereum post EIP 1559 for calculating gas prices. This consists of a base fee per gas and a priority fee per gas. This is then multiplied by the gas used by the transaction to give you the resulting gas fee. You may notice that most times the fees you are quoted do not match up with the fee you actually paid. Well, why is that? Gas is essentially the power that does the computations through the blockchain's virtual machine. If you want to simply send some AVAX from one account to another account, the gas fee for that transaction is going to be $21,000. Now, you do have the ability to change your gas fee either higher or lower than what it actually costs. Higher is fine, and sometimes will result in more being paid as a priority fee to get your transaction done quicker, but lower is not. The reason being is a virtual machine still needs a base amount in order to go and get the transaction done, and if it doesn't have the amount, the transaction will fail and your gas will be lost. Now, just yesterday, I compounded another Odin utilizing both rewards from my 28 nodes as well as Thor that I had in my wallet. Here's a breakdown of the gas I was quoted and the gas that I actually used. As you can see, the gas cost was very moderate at just about 65.48 NAVAX, but the gas limit and gas used by the transaction are quite high. The gas limit was 3,540,055, and the gas actually used by the transaction was 2,359,770. Now, compared to a simple send transaction that is over 100 times higher, and compared to compounding in other node projects that's 5 to 10 times higher. So what seems to be the holdup here? Well, in order to understand what is going on with Thor, we need to first take a look at how gas usage is actually calculated, and in order to do so, we need to refer back to Ethereum's yellow paper. Ethereum's yellow paper gives us a broken down table of gas associated with various types of transactions. Now, I'm not a Solidity dev, nor am I smart enough to understand all of this, but we can see that there are different costs associated with different types of transactions. There are some transactions, such as the create operation, which costs 32,000 gas, while base operations only cost 2 gas. Along with every other type of transaction that you can think of, somewhere in between there. If we take a look at the data subset under base operations, as well as the other low, mid, and high operations, we can see such things as getting the originator's address, getting values of transactions, calculating gas, and even common math functions. The more operations that are done with the smart contract, the higher gas is going to be. The new Thor contract is private, so it would make it virtually impossible to determine the exact breakdown of fees here, but we can make some educated guesses. Here's a look at a possible breakdown between transactions done on each node and base transactions for compounding. I believe this is a gross oversimplification of the process, but we do have confirmed by Wolf communicating to Heimdall that there are individual node transactions that take place for both compounding and claiming. This means that we can expect to see some form of higher gas for every additional node. Because of this, I just found a solution in which I could make the total gas used divisible by the total number of nodes I had, and here's how it worked out. I don't believe this is an accurate breakdown of the actual transactions taking place, but you can see how it could potentially shake out. I do believe that there's opportunity for optimization within the new contract. Just like any new software program, there will always be bugs and optimizations that can be done later down the road. It seems like this is the biggest difference between the previous contract and this one, the amount of gas used. Just to check, I checked how much gas it would cost to compound my next node, and this time it was giving me a max gas amount of 4,175,140 compared to the 3,540,055 I had when I had 28 nodes. My suggestion to the team, if this is really about maintenance fee checking, is to have the pay fee smart contract integrated with an on-chain database that we can then pull the data for an entire wallet at once on any claiming or compounding transaction. This should eliminate the exponential increase of gas costs with the addition of new nodes, but it may not be that simple. Either way, both Loki and the mods have stated that the team is aware and they're working on a solution for us. One of the biggest things that I've heard from the community is that V2 is a step backwards due to inflated gas costs. This is just factually not true. One of the most beneficial features on the new contract is the ability to adjust the protocol's sale pressure or when it sells Thor for AVAX. As we can see over the past 2 weeks, this has been adjusted to 0% and tapered off a dramatic bleed. This allows the protocol to slow down bull runs as well, which usually ends up with swing traders being the winners, by capitalizing on upward movement and creating treasury assets. In addition to this feature, having a private contract that is not a ring fork helps to slow down all the copycat projects that have been popping up as of late. One of the good things about higher gas costs is that AVAX actually burns these fees. That means that if you're currently holding AVAX, it's going to increase the price of your AVAX as supply decreases. If you're looking for ways to pay less gas, I would suggest transacting early in the morning or on Sundays, as these usually have the lowest gas costs. You can use the gas fees bot on Thor's Discord or one of the many trackers online, and I would personally look for an NAVAX fee somewhere below 60 or so. Whether we are paying $20 to claim or $2 to claim, one thing is for certain, it feels good to be part of the Thor community. Currently, there's more of a concern around gas costs due to the lower price action, but I believe as soon as Gods of Asgard and other utility features start rolling out, we're going to see some massive growth. When it becomes a matter of claiming thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, gas is going to feel insignificant in the long run. It is important that we continue to support the team as they are working tirelessly behind the scenes, and this is just a one stop on the road to greatness. Did this help answer any of your questions around Thor's increasing gas prices? Let me know in the comments down below. If you think I'm missing something or if you know exactly what transactions are being done, also give me a shout. If you learned something here today, it'd be awesome if you could give me a like and help others find this video. If you're interested in hearing more about Thor or other projects, make sure you subscribe with the bell notification turned on so you can be alerted when my next video goes live. That's all for now, stay safe, and don't worry crypto fiends, we are all going to make it.